Hello, good morning all. Thanks for being here. Well, it's Juan Candera. Just thank you for staying all here. Today I'm going to explain you, I'm going to try to explain you a little bit, a presentation of what we do. And also I wanted to talk about this focus to customer, that is one of these areas that we work mostly all the day, and linking it all to the luxury experience and the luxury of the packaging and what we're doing here all in Monaco, in this fantastic exhibition, this fantastic show that always gives these opportunities to us. My presentation is 4 parts. I'm going to try to do it in 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to also to keep some little space at the end, if any question arises. Fast presentation of what I am and what I do. I said I'm Juan. I'm the CEO of an agency. I started as a skater boy, as a designer, product designer, and then end up developing this business. And I've been in nearly 30 years on the branding and the packaging and on the consultancy side, always this area of the luxury, sport and style, well, beauty at the end. At the end, a lot of beauty. More than 20 years only in beauty. I learned a lot all over this time about the customer dreams, about the identity, all the sociological and the identity part of the users. And I also learned a lot of what the market says. I have quite a good involvement on social networks, and I love to learn of what people say. And that is what it builds at the end, what I'm going to try to explain you now. I'm going to try to talk you about the GenZ. I know all of you have heard a lot of GenZ. We are not starting to talk about alphas, but that's going to come next. But I want to talk you about GenZ. GenZs, they already are starting as their work career, and we are finding them. And we all know that it's been a swift and it's been a change on the way they perceive the future, the way they perceive society, the way they perceive the business. And the figures are telling us that they are a really important generation. This is one of the first fully digital generations. They are in the mid-20s, and nowadays they are the 26% of the world, as you see in the data, 2 billion people. And they already start having a great capacity of expanding in our brands, in our portfolios, etc. They are meant to be the main future growth engine, okay? So we better understand what they are doing. I know, as I said, all of you, you've been talking. I picked the stuff that I find it's more different of what it's widely available. So in the presentation, I will be presenting ideas about them. And I will be presenting it in a way that I want to, not in a kind of general trends or very abstract trends. I want to go as a designer or ex-designer. I want to go as a practical, like floor stuff that you can apply in your packagings, you can apply in your brands, you can apply. Like it's more design related, more than trend or so related. But well, let's move to that. These GenZ are lux lovers, okay? They are already showing, and they are already, you can see this like for the test. So there are studies, well, you see, 40% of luxury goods will be consumed by them over 35 in very few years, less than 10 years. And they are asking to our brands and to our customers a slightly different approach of what the heritage or old luxury it's been for many times. Because they have a kind of different and slightly different approach to what gender, to what about the environment. They have a slight different approach to life in general. So, and maybe it's because these last 5-10 years, which already accelerated all, and we all already noticing that, which is happening, was because it's the digitalization and the globalization that it's impacting them very, very highly. In a difference as the other generations like millennials, they are very, very pragmatic. and analytical as well as dreamy and other things, but they are analytical and pragmatic, and they look form function in many cases. So when we are doing something for them, we really need to add value on what their values and align it to what their values are. We cannot do whatever as it used to be done. And that's why they develop this relation with brands, and we are seeing in many areas these brands or many brands approaching in an experience-based approach, because they want to feel this relation one-on-one to the brands. They want to see these personalized experiences. They want to be treated as individuals. This is because they are facing what globalization and digitalization was some years ago, and they are sons of that. So they see the world as something monochromatic nearly, and now they are shouting for luxury to be personalized and to be an individual experience. It's one of the first generations. We all here, there's a lot of beauty brands, as you know. But yeah, now beauty is not about middle-aged women. No, it's men, women, and early, very early. So from teenager. So sets are the first generation that accepts fluidity and gender, unisex genders, or whatever how we want to express it. But they have a very clear and transparent approach to this thing of the stereotypes of gender. They don't have it, basically. As we saw, that is very generalistic, but the climate-conscious stuff also is the first generation that it's already thinking in that in the daily basis. They have it as a must. It's not a, let's say, it's not a niche for them. It's not a feature so you can build a brand based on being conscious. No, it's a must for them. So it's not such a stuff. But if it's not, it will not be able to be in the market. And one of the interesting shifts they are having is that they are swifting. No? This shift that I call from celebrities to influencers, it's a very, it explains a lot of how they see life. We've been doing celebrity brands for years and years and years, and they shifted to influencers. Why? Because they are close to them, because they are friends of them. They are people people which they can have a two bias communication, no? A back and forward communication. They can have a real relation with the influence with the celebrities they did, and all the fashion designers or whatever. They can't. They generally can buy what they do. But influencers are something that mutates, that evolves as the market asks for it, which brands are not doing. They learn a lot, but they learn digitally, and they are very, very, very connected to the viral education. So any trend that comes to social, any stuff that comes out, are very receptive to that. They get trained to that. Oh, let's talk about bioma. Let's talk about blah, 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 anything. And then you can build a brand on conversations. You build a brand on education. Build a brand on any aspect that pops on the social and gets traction on it. And this generation is very, very much aware of that. That it's, well, as you know, it's very well, it's impacting a lot on social commerce. So there are kind of fantastic metrics, no? Like 89% of TikTok users buy, or there are a lot of these kind of metrics. They are very impressive. We've been struggling to do that in retail, in the typical channels, and those digital areas are performing fantastically if well pushed. If you see like the top brands on TikTok, on Influ, or in Insta, they are very different from the ones that they are selling on the retail. Very, very different, and you never guess how they are up there. It's basically by recommendation of friends, like kind of friends recommendation. The third part of as a third point, now I did a brief resume of Zs, but I'm now gonna go, as I said, some key, the ones I thought they were more interesting, a bit different of what you can hear every day. How we can attract by design to them, okay? Where are the levers that they can be impacting those guys? Well, we know about environmental care. I'm going to go fast on that. Sustainable packaging, no something surprising. Disruptive. They look for disruptive stuff. They look, as we see, they like this special, this custom, this only product developed for you. This is disruptive packaging. Maybe it's a packaging which is already well known, but it's used in another category that we move to that one. Or maybe something that we change the kind of material. But the way we use the packaging, it helps a lot on being disruptive. And they prefer disruptive packaging, something that when you take it and you start using it, it's another way of using it. There's no need for special engineering. There's no need for the kind of strange stuff, but it's good to cross-Swift packaging categories and stuff. They are loving that, and they are doing it a lot. Many new ventures are based just on that. GenZ, as young they are, they love color. In luxury brands, in mainstream brands, in prestige brands, in masstige brands, like, it's the #1 influencing factor when buying. And they are buying very expensive stuff. Many brands, very well-known brands, luxury brands, are having editions of stuff very funky, very powerful, colored, because they are targeting them. Okay, and GenZ loves to stand out. They need to stand out as a new generation that is coming. Link it to the color thing, and so it comes haptic effects. Unique textures, weird shapes, vibration, colors that they vibrate. No? Something that as a designer, someone will tell you, oof, this is nearly not possible to use. Okay, go and try. They are looking for this kind of customers. Psychedelia, I'm sure you all seen the trend in fashion, but it's going a lot in beauty. It's going a lot in all the luxury brands. It's a counterculture. It's about uniqueness. It's about self-expression, but it's about hedonism as well. This psychedelia, we are not in the most minimal moment of the life nowadays. Psychedelia comes here a lot. And very close to that, we have thrilling, we have the abstract shapes, we have this audacious stuff, and it's going over packaging, it's going over clothes, it's going in primary and secondary, communication, everywhere. Close to there, typo. Typo, it's also very much revolutionary. I did put 2 examples of good, well-known brands reworking the typo, something that they never have. Well, over the years, they are very careful on that, but now all of them are doing changes, modifications. They are showing creativity, freedom. They are showing experiential stuff. They are very unique on that. The Google phones are working a lot. In beauty, there are lots of brands coming out with nearly illegible typos, but they do a stain and they do a color mark that it's easily recognizable. Even you cannot read it. So legibility is not one of the points today. For me, vibrant gradients also. It's similar, but these vibrant colors and those gradients on beauty, we were used to like easy gradients that looks kind of a skin tone, something relaxed, not more. Those foxes are looking for stuff that they make contrast. They help them to get noticed. So this audacity and this vibrant thing, it's very much in trend on design. The same happens with that. We're going to be harsh. We're never neutral. Don't look at something. It's been there for decades. And it's been, it's so common that likes almost everyone. No, they go for stuff that they show the real power they can have. They are very playful on that. And if it's quickie or if it's a bit, punk, it's good on that. Many fashion brands are using for some time this as a premium, as a top communication side, and then they downgrade it to more slower stuff. But to be expressive, it's very important for them. More trends that you can find on design coming back is, for example, year 2K aesthetics. They are like, let's say, all the ultraviolets, all the pigment effects, all these futuristics, all this stuff, inspired in early 20s. It's linked to an old school vision of what future may be, retaking it. Now they give confidence, which gives us the nostalgia collection. No? Nostalgia is as it happened with the year 2K. It's about talking about comfort. It's about talking about past better times, or familiarity with in a world which it really changes so fast. No? And then they feel secure. As the series on the Netflix they see, well, they are all based in nostalgia, but the same happens to products and to packaging. You see it in limited editions, you see it in flankers, you see it in many approachable products. It's about security, basically. And then all the stuff coming linked in the same row. Storytelling. We all know about storytelling and how storytelling helps to explain the values, our USP, or to explain more abstract ideas about our brand. But everything needs storytelling for them. They want to explain because they are empty of stories nowadays, and they want digital world. It's about more complex, and it's not such a, let's say, such a experiential related. And so you need to explain stories to build this emotion on them. It was easy in a retail point to create an experience or to do a show, but on the digital side, you need to tell a story. So when they buy and when they receive something at house, they need unboxing experience, or they need whatever stuff that you can build something behind that can help you translate. With that, more or less, I reviewed some ideas that I love to use when we go for packaging, when we focus these customers. And the last part of the presentation, or the last point I want to work, is to explain that they are in love with images, in love with aesthetic pieces, images, or they are in love with this communicative world that you all have online, on TikTok or Insta. And they have a very clear, let's say, they have a very clear way of approaching that. And there are tools that can help us as brands, as suppliers of brands, or as communicators to help them in this digital environment in which they are basically. You all know that you have to speak to your customers where they are. So if our customers, we all know, I'm thinking of my sons, they are all day with the mobile. I need to speak them through the mobile. So our customers, or our GenZ customers, are all day inside the digital world. So we need to have a different levers to catch them. Okay, stuff that is happening now. Okay, online, you need to be real. You cannot be faking them and showing stuff which it's very well elaborated, or is something that, it's too fantastic. So it needs to be real. It needs to be done by someone that they know and they find it relative. So people need to see like products in the hands, stuff. Maybe the branding is not perfectly shown, so it's nearly twisted, or the product is not perfect. So we need to forget about the perfect pack shot, or the perfect, shot of the model, everything completely, no. We need to go as real as possible. We need to show the character of our brand. We need to show how we want them to connect them. So this be real or be in a digital channel is very important. That takes us to second step. I call it show them all. That's about doing close-ups. That's about showing imperfections. That's about showing the juice or the, I don't know, the compounds of our skincare brand dropping and sticking and getting dirty on the product. That was also something very weird to do 10 years ago. Our products could not be showing any stain or any drop or any stuff that may look something okay in use. Now, if you go online, you will see like tubes squeezed, everything in use, everything dirty, everything as you do a picture, a very amateur picture at your home, but well done, basically. And they need that. They need full detail, they need close-ups, they need abundance of material. Because then they understand digitally what the product is, how it's gonna be used, how it works, which texture it has. This full approach to the product digitally, even if it drops over our lovely brand, it's what they're expecting on. They don't want synthetic stuff out of this world. No? They want dirty stuff. And that's why it's so important, the user-generated content and the amateur content. What in the social networks you see a lot, TikTok you see a lot, and just one influencer does something, and then 100,000 of followers do the same thing with the product. And it's user-generated content, free content. It's recession-proof stuff for your brands, for your lovely products. It's what we should aim, or we should need you need to help them do that. So they are very interested in creating this content. Our user is interested in doing that, but we need to give them tools. Brands can help a lot on that by sampling, by showcasing some weird stuff we can do with our product, inventing educational stuff, and then building trends and building knowledge. And then the user-generated content will do the work and will do the promotion for us. But we need to, as a brand makers, we need to create this, let's say, to build this safe base with the data and the control of what we want them to do. But that's real content they love a lot. They share it every day in the digital world, and it's something that cannot be fake. And they know that, and because they know in digital everything could be fake, so user-generated content and amateur content, it's a great source for these users, and they consume that a lot. You see videos with millions of views that are done by a user, normal, one of our lovely customers, basically. Fun. Same happens when we go to the entertainment world. Okay, yeah, the mobiles were kind of communication devices, but nowadays are entertainment devices. Social networks are started to be. It's because I'm in contact with my cousin from Alabama. No, not anymore. That's our entertainment networks. People goes there to spend time when they are bored, when they are distracted. They get distracted from work, from life, from kids, from everything. Are entertainment networks. So if there are entertainment networks, what's the better stuff to entertain? Better than fun? Something that you can joke? Kittens, babies, dogs, and stuff like that are the top leaders in social networks. So we should make fun of our products. We should show experiences that stand out, that make us smile, and they make us have a nice time. And if it's funny enough, we want to share it to our friends. Oh, look at that, what she is doing. Oh, but this model is doing ha, ha, ha. Yeah, that must be fun. So it's something that for luxury brands has been very difficult. It's very difficult. Because they are kind of very conservative. They have huge brand manuals, huge policies. And so it's something that if we want to go to this kind of customers, we also need to leverage. We need to understand that they're expecting that. And it's part of their values. So we should align to them. We should ride the wave of generations. No? Or we're going to go with we're going to go and back until we don't have users or customers. As we were explaining, I'm finishing. I'm going to keep a little time for questions if you have. But yeah, dirty and playful. I was talking about fun. I was talking about real stuff. Dirty and playful. If we are not dirty and playful, we are not be close by them. They need to see that. They are expecting it to see. They don't want synthetic stuff. They don't want ultra clean and perfect wall. They know that can be easily done in your photo shoot studio and do that, but they are aware and they already scam by products a lot. So they prefer dirty and playful stuff. At least they're going to have a good time. Last is passionate. Our product should show passion. That's about the time. It's not maybe GenZ. We are in a more passionate time. We had many stuff struggling in society, wars. We are having disease. We are having economic problems. There is always so humans are about passion, and passion always attracts people. And GenZ is believing in a better world, and that's going to be driven by passion, as always has been done by individuals with passion. So forget about being polished. Forget about being ultra perfect and completely magic. Be natural, embrace it, go passionate with your product and your brand, and engage with them about sharing these emotions. It's a more emotional time to go. This is the last one. Just a little recap. Yeah. They are the main future growth engine. So we better adapt to them if we want, or we want our brand to ride the wave. We should adapt to them. They're not going to adapt to us. They're going to forget about us, if not. They do love luxury. They do it. This generation, they love it because it matches their aspirations. It matches that they want to be different. It matches that they want to be exclusive. So be expressive, be bold with design. They are looking for a bold expression on your brands, on your packagings, on your creativities, and communicate with them in a real, playful, and unique way. Don't be shy. Be emotional. Be bold. Go playful. Go dirty on the images, on the videos. Fashion already is doing it pretty well, some of them. Beauty is a bit slower on that. Okay? And beverage can't do it. But yeah, basically that. Thank you very much to all of you. I hope that inspires you, or it helps you, or just it gets you entertained as they look. And thank you very much for that. If any have questions or something. Well, thank you for all. No questions. Hope you have a great day here. Enjoy. A lot to see there. May see some of them. Ciao, ciao.